Hi, Kelly Shepard coming to you from Breathe Easy Wheezy on YouTube. Today I thought we would talk about vaccines. COVID vaccination is a hot topic in the news. I just got my first out of a 2-shot series for my COVID-19 vaccine, and I will tell you later in the video how I prepared for that. Let's talk about vaccines in general. So basically what I hear from a lot of people is, I got my flu shot and then I got the flu. I'm never taking that shot again. Well, let's talk about that. Let's just talk about that. A lot of people say they have the flu and they don't really have the flu. Now, some of you did get the flu, okay? And I'm not discounting you. But unless you have been swabbed and tested positive, we're not sure. And the flu tends to make most people pretty miserable. So there's a lot going on. I hear a lot of people with a cough or a sore throat, and they're like, "Oh, I got the flu." No, you get pretty sick with the flu. So anyway, where I work at a hospital, and they offer flu shot clinics. And so they'll send out an email and they'll say, "Hey, on these dates we're gonna have flu shot clinics, please show up. We're gonna have them on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday." I never go to the Monday clinic, and here's why. Because I typically work on Monday, I typically work on Tuesday, and I typically work on Wednesday, sometimes on Thursday. I prefer not to work on Thursday, but that's a whole nother story. So I like to schedule my flu shot for the Thursday, because what they're doing is they are injecting me with a substance that is foreign to my body. And so my body, my immune system, when the flu shot goes in there, my body goes, "Whoa, who are you? Let's fight," right? That's what it's supposed to do. So it takes a lot of energy for my immune system to create an effective immunological response to that virus. So here's what happens. Let's say I get the flu shot and then I decide, oh my gosh, I have to go to Fred Meyer. I probably wouldn't do that because it's all the way across town, and I really have to consider that if I'm going to drive all the way across town. That's a big time commitment. But if I go to Fred Meyer and I grab a shopping cart, there's bacteria and viruses on that shopping cart. Nowadays, most of the stores have the wipes. You wipe it down, yay. Well, once you get in the store, you're gonna touch stuff, right? You're gonna pick this up. Hey, do I want that? Nah, I don't. Who needs that? Put it back. Somebody else comes along. They've already done that. Okay, somebody stocked it. Somebody's touched it. Somebody touched it. They scratched their nose and then they touched it. So now I have their bacteria and viruses on my little digits, right? So bacteria or viruses that I pick up on my hands that might not normally get me sick, because my immune system is busy trying to handle this shot, this vaccination that I got, all of a sudden that bacteria or virus that wouldn't normally get my body sick now gets me really sick, because my immune system is over here fighting this. So one of the things I think we need to be aware of as a society is that if you get your vaccines, treat yourself like you are sick. I'm not saying go home and whine a whole lot so that your significant other brings you hot cocoa or ice cream or whatever you like when you're sick. Don't do that. But you can schedule it on a day where you've already stocked your kitchen. You don't need to go to the grocery market. I'm fairly certain the grocery market is kind of like Chuck E. Cheese, like the dirtiest place on earth. So, because everybody goes to the market, and people that live alone and can't convince somebody else to go to the market when they're sick, they still have to eat, so they go to the market, and then they touch all the apples or whatever it is. And of course, all of us think our germs are fine. It's everybody else's germs. But we are all everybody else. So just something to keep in mind. We don't want to expose ourselves to what we would call in the medical field an opportunistic infection. So what I described to you with the scenario of getting the vaccine, going to Fred Meyer, picking up some bacteria or virus that wouldn't normally hurt me, and getting down and out sick because my immune system is busy over here, that is an opportunistic infection. We don't want that. So I do typically on the days and the following day that I get a vaccine, I tend to take it a little easier. I like to stay home for the next 2 or 3 days. I like to keep my circle small. So the people that I live with, we're already mixing bacteria and stuff, right? So, you know, that's pretty, that's normal. My body's used to that stuff. But going out in public, probably not a good idea. So anytime you guys get a pneumococcal vaccine, an influenza vaccine, or the COVID-19 vaccine, plan on going home and staying home for a few days. And I know we're all supposed to stay home at this point in history, but you know, hopefully like this will go away and eventually we'll go back to life as normal, and it'll just be like our flu shots, our varicella shots, our influenza shots. But go ahead and treat yourself like you're sick, and make sure that you've got all the food you need, that you can be home. Don't be inviting everybody over to the Super Bowl party. Just plan it at a different point in time. So the COVID-19 vaccine, I'm sure you guys have all heard that, you know, a lot of people are having, not a lot, some people are having reactions to it. This happens with every vaccine. For me personally, knowing how quickly this vaccine was put into the public, I was a little like, oh my gosh, do I want to be the guinea pig? So, but I had to weigh that. You know, what are the consequences if I don't? Well, hopefully, unlike you guys, you know, hopefully you guys don't have to do what I have to do. So as a respiratory care practitioner, if I'm working in the ER and they're like, hey Kelly, we got a COVID positive in room 6, you gotta go in and give them a treatment, I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, they're sick. I'm sorry, can't, not going in there. They'd be like, yeah, you're fired. So I have to go in whether I want to or not. So of course we do our good job, right? We suit up with our PPE, we use good precautions, we wash our hands, we take our respirators off. I probably go a little above board if I've gone into a COVID positive room. When I call on the way home and I tell my beloved, I'm like, hey, I was in a COVID positive room, bring my bathrobe downstairs. And then all the clothes come off in the laundry room, they go straight into the wash so that nobody in my family is handling them, only I am. So that I know that I'm not exposing my family to that. And then I head for the showers and make sure that any virus particle that got in my hair or anywhere on me, down the drain. Doggone it, I forgot where I was going with that. Oh, sorry, that happens more than I'd like. Preparation for it. So I heard about some people having reactions. I have allergies. Like pretty much I'm allergic to life. I don't know, God had a sense of humor when he made me. He's like, grass? Yep. Trees? Yep. If it's living? Yep. She's allergic to it. So I decided that I was going to prepare for it. So again, it was scheduled while I was on vacation. What? Yes. So I had vacation, I have no problem driving into the hospital to take care of myself. So I went in, I got my vaccine, but before I went, I took Advil. Am I saying for you to take Advil? No. But you know, if you think there might be some sensitivity or inflammation at the site, might not be a bad idea, as long as your body can handle Advil. Please keep in mind, people, I am not a doctor. I am a respiratory care practitioner, but I'm not your respiratory care practitioner. Please, here's the disclaimer. Check with your doctor before starting anything new. I took 400 milligrams of Advil, and I also took just 1 extra strength Tylenol. I'm not sure, I don't have the bottle with me. I think the dose is like 2 Tylenols at a shot, 2 extra strength. But because I was coupling it with Advil, I just took one. Again, if you're unsure, you should check with your doctor. You might actually be able to get a hold of your pharmacist a little easier than your doctor, and you might want to check with them. Hey, is this okay? Does this interact poorly with any of my other medications? All right, be smart, people. Don't just like, well, she did it, so I'm going to do it. So I took those. I also took an antihistamine. Yes, because I'm allergic to everything. So I just took a 1 a day Zyrtec. Am I telling you to do that? No. But if you are allergic to things, it's something to consider, and you might want to have that discussion with your doctor or your pharmacist. So I encourage you to do so. Remember, once you get your vaccines, go home, hang out, be chill. Take it a little easier for the next day or two, okay? A lot of energy is going to fight off that infection, that virus that we gave you. We did give you a virus, all right? If you want to, we can talk about how viruses are made. But I feel like the video is getting a little long here, so I'm just going to stop right there, all right? I hope you guys have an awesome day. And as a healthcare provider, I have to say, I like it when people get their vaccines. Those people who take good care of themselves don't normally land in my path. And that's a good thing. I always tell people, when I take care of them in the ER, I'm so glad you're feeling better. I hope you continue to feel better and heal perfectly. And I hope you never have to see me again. And they're always like, and I'm like, no, seriously. Like, it's always a bad sign when you have to see your respiratory therapist in the emergency room. So take good care of yourselves. Obviously, drink plenty of water before you go to your appointment, okay? Like, don't flood yourself. Don't be crazy. But, a glass of water before you go is probably not a bad idea. I like to stay well hydrated all the time. And if you like this video, click on the button down below, the subscribe button. You'll get notified every time I put out a video. And if you are interested in learning more about me, you can find me at Breathe Easy Wheezy on Instagram with underscores between the words. You can also find me at Kelly Shepard on Facebook or Breathe Easy Wheezy Facebook, and obviously right here on the YouTube channel, Breathe Easy Wheezy. All right, until I see you again, breathe easy.